and welcome back to MLS Top 10 Players Right Now. Tonight we are counting down the top 10 right wingers in MLS right now. We created this list by using the goal system 4000, our objective methodology without emotion and or bias to create this list over the stats of the last two seasons and the first two games of this season. Starting off with a just miss list. Andy Polo, Kevin Molino, Josh Sims, Przemysław Frankowski, Alex Muyl, Orji Okonkwo, and Chris Mueller. Starting off with number 10. Number 10 from the LA Galaxy, Cristian Pavón. 13 starts, 13 appearances, 4 goals, 1,154 minutes, 8 assists, 39 shots, 18 shots on goal, 6 fouls, 3 offside, 1 yellow card, 0 red cards. Pavón is a great player. He has only been in MLS for a very short time, but he is in the league. He is a great player for the LA Galaxy. He has a lot of potential. The only reason he's number 10 is the small sample size that he has put out, because he's only been here for 13 games. He's only been here since last August. So, since the summer transfer window. So, he hasn't been here for a long time. The other people on this list have outperformed him for longer. But Pavón is a great player. He is a great producer over what he has played. He will show off when the season comes back, wherever it comes back, whether in home markets or Orlando. Pavón is a great player, and you will see that. So, he will go up the list in more later editions. More like top 5, but right now he's only 10th because of the small sample size. Number 9, from Minnesota United, Ethan Finlay. 31 starts, 42 appearances, 9 goals, 2,662 minutes, 6 assists, 46 shots, 16 shots on goal, 32 fouls, 11 offside, 4 yellow cards, 0 red cards. Another good player, another good producer from the wing. He can play well. He's a good player. He has potential. He has shown that potential, but he has a little bit more to show. And when he shows that, he will be one of the better players in the league. He's a great player to watch, fun to watch, and he has talent. He has a future outside of MLS, I'm sure of it, but we will see. We will see. But number 9 is pretty good for him. Number 8 of the San Jose Earthquakes, Cristian Espinosa. 32 starts, 32 appearances, 2 goals, 2,713 minutes, 14 assists, 100 shots, 37 shots on goal, 39 fouls, 12 offsides, 6 yellow cards, 2 red cards. Good player, can produce well, can score, can also assist, can also find a good quality pass if it's not an assist. The only problem is he has a little bit of a discipline problem. 2 red cards in basically a whole season for him. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. I'd like to see Almeida get a hold of him and try to show him how to be a lot better of a winger without being strong-willed, hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say he's a kamikaze-type player because that's just not right. But that's basically what he is. He's not trying to pull himself back for the team. He's going to go in strong-willed, hard-headed, and try to do what he thinks is right to himself, not for the team. But he's a good player, but all he has to do is calm himself down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the choice of words is bad, but he needs to learn how to calm himself down, not have disciplinary problems, and I'd hope Almeida gets to him for that. Number 7, Another player from the San Jose Earthquakes, Magnus Eriksson. 63 starts, 66 appearances, 13 goals, 5,481 minutes, 13 assists, 144 shots, 44 shots on goal, 74 fouls, 5 offsides, 7 yellow cards, 0 red cards. Eriksson is a good player, but he's been in MLS for a while. You know what he is. He's a known quantity. 7th best right winger in the league is great. He's a great player. You know what he's going to bring to you. And he also can play anywhere in the forward line. And that's a good thing because you want to keep his quality in the team. If Espinosa gets suspended again, well, you put him on the right. If you have to put him on the left, you put him on the left. If you have to put him at striker, you put him at striker. It's simple. And that's a good thing. It's good to have variety. And you can use them anywhere. But he is mainly to the word, to the position, right winger. That's why he's on the list. They both are. So that's why they're both on the list. Funnily enough, they ended up back to back. But it is what it is. Next up, from FC Dallas, Michael Barrios. 62 starts, 68 appearances, 11 goals, 5,446 minutes, 21 assists, 118 shots, 48 shots on goal, 88 fouls, 25 offside, 10 yellow cards, 0 red cards. You know the quality. You know what he can bring to you. He's a good player. He can assist, score, pass, do what a winger is supposed to do. Does he foul too much? Yes, for an offensive player. Yes, but he's never gotten sent off for it or red carded for it. But I guess second yellows would count as red cards. So, I don't know how MLS looks at it, but the way I see it, he hasn't got sent off for it. So, I'd say calm down a little bit, but he's been in MLS for a while. He is what he is. At least in the past 2 years and 2 games, he hasn't been sent off for it. But you know the sample size. He's been in MLS for a long time. You know what you got. Good player. Number 6 deserves it. Number 5 of the Columbus Crew, Pedro Santos. 61 starts, 65 appearances, 12 goals, 5,154 minutes, 13 assists, 151 shots, 43 shots on goal, 67 fouls, 10 offside, 12 yellow cards, 1 red card. When it comes to points and scoring, he's equal. Sometimes it's a goal, sometimes it's an assist, but he's pretty equal on what his output is. So that's a good thing. Shows you he's quality but consistent as well. That's a great thing. Great to see for a player like him. He's a great player for Columbus, one of their best players. And he's great to rebuild around for them. And it's a good thing they have him so they could rebuild around him. What they're starting to do already with Lucas Ryan and all the players they're bringing in now. That's great. That's great. So Santos is going to be a big piece for the Columbus Crew for a while. And is in their new rebuild. Even though they didn't keep Will Trapp, but keeping Santos over Will Trapp, I'd say, is a better way to do it, but that's just me. Now that's the emotion and bias, but that's my idea of it. Number 4 of New York City FC, Ismael Tajouri. 29 starts, 47 appearances, 16 goals, 2,505 minutes, 7 assists, 61 shots, 27 shots on goal, 21 fouls, 7 offside, 3 yellow cards, 0 red cards. He is a great player, and it helps that his output has been around half starting but half super sub. For being just a brand new starter, having the output that he's had is amazing. So doing what he's done puts him at number 4, because as a starter, if he did all this just as a starter, he'd probably be at 7 or 8. But doing part of this output that he's had with the goals and assists and being great by converting his shots into goals or assists, he deserves number 4, especially as part of it being a super sub. That's great. You need to have versatility, as I said, in your team. If somebody could be a super sub and do great, and maybe become a starter as time goes on and still do great, that's amazing. But if they could show they could do great at both, that's versatility, and that is amazing. When it comes to like goals per minute and assists per minute, it's amazing. So that's why he's number 4, is because of the rates, not exact. Well, also what his output was, but what the rate of the output was. You see what I'm saying? This is analytics, sabermetrics. As I said, the goal system 4000. Number 3 of the Houston Dynamo, Alberth Eliseo. 49 starts, 56 appearances, 20 goals, 4,343 minutes, 20 assists, 183 shots, 77 shots on goal, 71 fouls, 23 offside, 12 yellow cards, 2 red cards. Eliseo is a great player, and he is one of the best wingers in the league. The only problem is he is behind 2 of the better offensive players that this league has overall. If he was on a different spot of the pitch, whether it be striker or left winger or even central attacking midfielder, he probably would be number 1. But he's behind 2 of the best attackers that this league has right now. And that's the only bad part about it. He is amazing, especially for a team like Houston, who is horrible. If you had him on Toronto FC or Minnesota or Portland, he would be even better. Even better. But since he's on a horrible team like Houston, being what he is, I'd say being the 3rd best player on this list is amazing. Only because you're behind 2 of the best attackers overall in the league. Simple as. So, number 2, from Sporting Kansas City, Johnny Russell. 50 starts, 60 appearances, 19 goals, 4,440 minutes, 20 assists, 130 shots, 53 shots on goal, 32 fouls, 9 offside, 4 yellow cards, 0 red cards. Johnny Russell is an amazing attacker, an amazing player. And another reason, or as I said, he is number 2 because he is behind the best attacker in the league right now. Sadly, because what he has done over the past 2 years and 2 games would put him up at the top if there wasn't the person who's number 1 blocking him on this list. If he was anywhere else, as I said about Eliseo, he would be number 1. The only thing different is Johnny Russell plays for a great side in Sporting Kansas City. He can't get much better, but still. He's only blocked by one of the best players this league has ever seen, and one of the best attackers right now in the league. So, as I have said that, let's get into the rare air. The champion of the top 10 right wingers in MLS right now list. Number 1, from LAFC, Carlos Vela. 59 starts, 61 appearances, 50 goals, 5,284 minutes, 28 assists, 269 shots, 121 shots on goal, 29 fouls, 35 offside, 2 yellow cards, 0 red cards. Wasn't it obvious Carlos Vela was going to be number 1? He's the MVP. He's the reigning MVP right now. He's amazing. He's an amazing player. For the past 2 years and 2 games, he's an amazing player. Just can't stop scoring. Carlos Vela is what he is. He is a phenom. He is amazing. What else is there to say about Carlos Vela? Barcelona still wants him. And I know Spain is a league and a country that respects MLS more than others in Europe because they have called up MLSers to their national team. Barcelona still wanted Carlos Vela. I wouldn't be surprised to hear if another Spanish team would want a player like Pozuelo or something like that. It is what it is. Carlos Vela is Carlos Vela. Nothing else to say. He is amazing. He is a great player. He is wonderful. And even though I don't really like LAFC, he's a great player. And he's a great standard of the league. And that's very hard for me to say. That is for sure. But since this is about the whole league, you know what it is. So, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. I'll have something out on Friday. Thank you for watching. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.